At the time, to be honest, we was both going through some shit. She was going through a divorce. My baby mama was on getting married. Like in every country, every time I look at the internet, she had another wedding and shit. Damn. I said I gotta hit the studio my damn self. So period. We got the right. So that's what made you hit the studio. Nigga had to work. These niggas be acting tough, man. Hey, you see your bitch get broke. You know what I'm saying? You know. I don't care how tough a nigga is. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's my baby mama. Only kid I got. So it's real.
Where is Dennis McKinley from? Is he from the West Coast?
No, sometimes you just gotta. Fuck soldiers. This is about real life. Sometimes you gotta protect your peace on social media too. Sometimes you gotta mute the page. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you on another island with another nigga. No. But that's my homie though. We good. We always was good. But Drew was going through some shit, and I'm like, yo, you gotta come to the studio. What is your process when it comes to Cashapp? If someone moves on too fast after a relationship, is that a red flag? Facts or cap? I'm going facts, man. Porsha, I love you, baby, but she
Hey, my bitch Porsha don't play.
Hey, she left me, got married. Hey, we back in the game. You know what I mean? So facts. Damn, Porsha. Shit.
He said every time I look at
every time I look
at a new country with another
new country. Woo.
Fact.
Every time I look up Porsha in a new country with a new nigga. That was Dennis Hot Dog McKinley, the village slut, talking about his baby mama, the other village slut, and how they had a baby together. And basically, I got to be nice to this hoe because she'll use my child as a pawn. So I have to act like I like this bitch. He called her a bitch when you see your bitch getting broke off. Isn't that what he said? Shout out to Dennis McKinley. Girl, let me read some of the comments. I love Dennis, man, and his strays to his baby mama. He cheated while she was pregnant, saved me the crocodile tears, and postpartum. But I don't even think they were together. I don't even really consider that. I feel like I said, two village sluts had a baby. That's why it's comical that she acts like she has control over him. When neither one of you don't have control over your pussy, and he don't have control over his dick. The fact that you act like you want to control somebody is the most laughable shit I have heard today. I love Dennis. He proved a major point on Drew's album. Dennis strokes Porsha's ego just to ensure nothing materializes. She does not want Dennis. Porsha is an actress. She's still acting around Dennis because she wants to control. I would love to see them back together. I love Porsha and Dennis. They were never together, girl. That was never. Remember when didn't he come to Canada and act like he wanted to propose, girl? I wonder what girl I saw. Let me my HelloFresh is here. Let me go get it. I haven't been that long. Okay. So what were we talking about? What were we talking about, girl? He still loves Porsha. We have to also get out of when men express like, just because they say it with a smile on their face, but they're literally like talking shit about a woman with a smile on their face, doesn't mean they still love you. It doesn't mean that. I need for y'all to stop equating negative feelings, negative like reactions to love. Someone still loving somebody. No. Now, maybe they still want to possess that person, but that's love. The word, oh, they still love them. That we gotta. Y'all be doing the most. With my twin, we be vibing. Girl, I hate to see it. I hate to see a man and a woman going back and forth, and people suggest they still want each other. They may still want to possess them, but that's not love. Like I said, everybody has a different definition of what love is. And we are taught that possessiveness, jealous, a man's insecure emotions towards you is like, oh, he loves you, or I don't know. he, possessive. Some women like possessive men, you know? And it's like you've been taught something about, and you're equating possessiveness and jealousy to a man still desiring you and still wanting you. And it's really not. He still just wants to possess you and have control over the parameters of how you move, right? And that's hard. You like people act funny about people act funny. Girl, not me cleaning my nose all down to the YouTube. People are really funny about like possessiveness. Like our society teaches that a man wanting to possess you is equivalent to love, right? Um, and too many women associate that with love, and that's where you get that. Oh, I'm attracted to this bad boy. No, he's really a fucking insecure narcissist, and he just wants to control you. He wants to have control over what you do because he has no control over himself. So he needs to control you. And so many of us get the message, right? What I know we're out of that, right? We should be correcting, if you are hearing, be correcting girls equating a boy's negative emotions towards them as them liking them, right? He just treats you like that because he likes you. No, he's treating you like that because he doesn't like you. So it's almost like you're like giving a girl or any person a contradicting feeling right there. And that's where confusion comes in because you're like, somebody keeps telling me that when a boy treats me like this, he loves me, but it doesn't feel like that. So now I have to ignore my feelings and that intuitive notion that knocking, that girl, knock, 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 that is, it doesn't feel good because it's not good, right? So now you have the people running around equating these negative, like butterfly feelings with, oh, I got butterflies. No, that's danger, girl. You in danger, 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 girl. Danger, 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 stranger, danger. You understand what I'm saying? For real. And we have done that, so we should be correcting it because we know that like when we identify when we're down here doing problem solving, in between all of the mess, but like we should be correcting that. Like if we hear our nieces or nephews or whoever, any little people around you, uh growing up, right, we should be discouraging those and dismantling that. Like, no, he's treating you like that because he doesn't like you, not because he likes you. How does it feel when he does that to you? It doesn't feel good. So that not good feeling should be equated with he doesn't like you. It should not be equated with he likes you. Because now you got a tornado of feelings and you're like, I don't understand this. Why does it hurt so good? No, it doesn't hurt good. Those don't go together. Those don't go together. So we need to stop that. Oh, he still loves her. No, he doesn't. He called his baby mother a bitch and then like referred to her as property, right? Dennis gets women's names tattooed on him, right? Property of. These are all the girls that I've let sit in my lap. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you had to get the tattoo, girl? Can you imagine if you had to get a tattoo? This is what happened when you smoke reefer. If you had to get a tattoo of the name of the person every person that you had sex with.
Who are these niggas?
Every person you let sit in your lap, you had to go get a tattoo of their name. Can you imagine? Oh, girl, can you imagine when they need to do that? That needs to be like a Black Mirror type of story where every person that you had consensual sexual contact with, you had to tattoo their name on you. Okay. I want 30%. That's my baby mama. That's the only kid I got. And I accidentally had a baby with a sociopath slur. And she'll use my child as a pawn. So I have to act like that bitch. I have to act like I like that bitch. Listen, I'm not gonna let you let you hear how Dennis talked about Porsha. Okay, so the people who escaped from the Baton Rouge and Texas facility, where did they escape from? New Orleans. Oh no, they're in Baton Rouge. They escaped from Baton Rouge. They're catching the guys. A $20,000 reward is being offered for each man still on the run. They're on the run. They're on the run. Actor BRYAN Cranston questions racial implications of MAGA. From an African American experience, when was it ever great in America? Let's listen to what
races make America great again.
Let's see what he says.
Great again. My comment is, do you accept that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them. Make America great again.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta plug in my. That's what I get for trying to do too many things at once. Once. Okay, so that's what BRYAN Cranston said. It's just that simple. I mean, it's very simple. It's super simple, but you understand in this system, in the patriarchal system, that is quite powered by the illusion that whiteness is greater than, better than. You need another group of people in order for that to work. So you need other people to agree that these people are better than, in order for this thing to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anybody who is outside of, we say, white, male, heterosexual, Christian, able-bodied, and thin, anything outside of that is on the outside of that. And anyone that doesn't fall in those parameters are mistreated based on most of these identities being an illusion. The only reason why it exists is because we are all agreeing to it. The same way we agree that a piece of cloth with a 1 on it and a picture of a dead slave owner is worth something, to the point that people kill, and it's nothing. So anybody outside of that kind of is like as long as you're in agreement with that, and like literally systems have been put in place based on the illusion of race. Like people's lives have been altered because some white person thought that, oh, I know a way that we can ensure that we stay at the top, is to create the illusion that we are better than. And then to put systems in place to make sure that other people agree and therefore implement these different systems. We need to form a free labor, like literally free labor. And then the fact that we actually you work outside of entrepreneurship, it's a contracted position that you can, in a lot of states, at will, be let go of. And you're just literally in a contracted relationship that I do this work and you pay me for this work, right? But then at the same time have other systems in place where it doesn't matter how much you make, you in this system are not going to be able to afford. I was just saying, what was I talking about? What was I talking about the other day about the housing and not having a home? I can't remember. And that they keep building houses, but it's not affordable for anybody to live in these homes. I can't remember what I was talking about. But when has it been great? When has it been great, right? And then you say, oh, there are times in history when copper colored people, black people, whoever the people are outside of that system, but mainly the focus on darker complected people. And so much so that in each group of people where there's a color arrangement, a complexion, they have this idea that white is better. That's how deep it's embedded. Like, and that's why it's so maddening that people try to deny its existence and literally deny its existence as if it's not happening, but then also understand that all of this is happening on something that isn't real. We're just all different shades. We're just all different shades. And that's it. At the end of the day, what was I talking about? I can't remember. I can't remember what I was talking about. But all of it is on an illusion. And that's the crazy part. And so in order for their illusion and to live in that delusion that white is better than and male is better than and heterosexuality is better than, you have to agree to those things. That's why I tell people to be careful on the shit you agree with. Just because you don't think it directly affects you, at the end of the day it affects you. Because if you agree that to the illusion of white superiority, that shit is going to affect you. If you agree to participate in those systems, some systems you can't help to participate in. But I know that I only want to participate in the systems that I'm going to try to live a longer life without the foolishness. But if people are doing well, they don't want the people to do well. Why? Because if they're doing well, I can't reside in this delusion that I'm better. Like the idea that people run around and believe that if they see a black pilot, they don't believe that he is trained enough or has the level of knowledge as someone who's sat next to in a class, that based on his skin tone. You know how sick that is? That's sick. And I don't know why we don't talk about, like, I'm sure we talk about it, but if we really talked about it, the idea that people sit around and believe that because their skin is lighter, that they are better is sickening. That's sick. That is a sickness. I don't care what anybody says. Something is wrong with your motherfucking brain. Something is wrong with your fucking brain if you think because you're a male that you're better, if you think because you're white that you're better, or lighter that you're better. Something is wrong with you. You're infected with their fucking delusion. And if you disagree and don't participate in their systems, all of that bullshit, like, fuck what they talking about. You know they are not better than. You know they're not. But it's so many systems that have been put in place that it's really there's just gonna be groups of people over generations fighting for this, fighting for that, fighting for this. Because as long as people agree to the illusion of race, this will persist. And it literally is like infecting groups of in groups of people. Literally, people are lightening their skin. Like they literally remove their protective Melanin, girl. Ugh. Girl, that just drained me even thinking about it. There's some people that need for this to keep going, that even look like you, because that's their calling in life, to be fighting for this. Some people are not participating. But if you agree to that and participate in it, it persists. And as long as we agree, if we're all in agreement, then this is what this is what this is, and we're gonna call it this thing. That's why it's maddening when people try to act like it's not there. You know why they act like it's not there? Because they benefit from it. That's why you don't play the gaslighting thing. That's why you say you don't participate in that. Because when you start doing the gaslighting thing, girl, shut the fuck up. Because nobody has time for that. Like, literally, nobody has time to go back and forth with something that we know is right here and you see it and you're gonna act like you don't see it. Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening. And you shouldn't be participating or expelling any energy in that direction, because that's stupid. That's like stupid. That's why I tell people you cannot wait for white people to get it together or men to get it together to liberate yourself. You cannot wait for them to do it, because they're going to act like it doesn't exist because they're benefiting. So you just have to step out of it and observe. And that's when you chop their heads off, when they coming at you with craziness. Like, girl, shut up. Because I'm not about to play that game with you and get on this carousel where you act like things don't exist and they do. And we're basing all of this bullshit on something that literally does not exist. So I guess that's it for the second video, because that's going to be the third video of the day. The other video, I don't know how long it went. I'm getting higher by the minute. I had a little snack. And so I'm going to go. That's how I feel. Make America great again. Has it been great for the Asians? Has it been great for the Hispanos? Has it been great? And I guess the lighter you get, you think you could be like over, like you can fully assimilate. Agent Smith, motherfucker, over there enforcing shit that doesn't serve you. Girl, okay, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm getting higher. Higher and higher and higher. Okay, I'm out of here. Take care of each other. It's gonna be hot today, and protect your energy. I'm gonna go sit by the pool. Peace. So we can drag black gums and all, bitch. NICCI Gilbert issues a public apology to Tory Lanez for supporting Megan Thee Stallion. Over the head! Over the head! Without all the facts amid new evidence claims. Listen to this shit. NICCI Gilbert. Oh God, girl. Don't make me call Selena.
Right now, Tory Lanez. Ooh. They have new developments in his case right now going on.
I'm glad you said that.
He was recently stabbed 14 times.
Yeah.
And he survived it.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on what was going on?
So let me use this opportunity to say this. Tory, I apologize for... I made a post because I was just so disgusted about what I heard.
Off with your motherfucking head.
And I should know better. Because I done heard plenty of shit about me that ain't true.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel you.
And I might have been harboring some issues with, like, you know,
trauma,
the fact that a little trauma, and the fact that, you know, it's still some business that need to be worked out on that Say It record.
Yeah.
But I owe Tory Lanez an apology, and I'm gonna do it here publicly.
Okay.
Because I sort of jumped on the bandwagon of shame on him. Why did he do that? He's like, and she met with them people, and they potentially took it from her. Not nobody, because plenty of people are.
Yeah.
But fans of the show, even some of these folks in the industry that are praising this woman, like, they know for sure she didn't take something from me. It's hurtful.
Yeah.
When you see people supporting someone who did something foul to you. heavy support.
Yeah.
But it's the reality of the industry.
But you know, if the pendulum swings the other way, they'll be right back supporting you.
And she met with them people, and they potentially took.
These are the comments.
And she met with them people, and
NICCI Gilbert, I don't even know what to say. That's what I mean. Like, sometimes that's why I'm just gonna read the comments, because if I say what I want to say, y'all think, girl, I'm trying to tell y'all, be filtering. The way I be filtering, you don't think, girl. NICCI Gilbert is whack as hell. That's why Selena told you, there is a special place in hell for women like you. She said it. She said it. There's a special place in hell for women like you. Black gums and all. That's low. Girl. Hold on. Girl, that's low. There is a special place in hell for women like you who causes division amongst women. Girl, she called it. Selena Johnson said it. You lucky I can't find that video in my damn phone. You lucky. You lucky I can't find it. I just got a picture of Selena saying, black gums and all. Thank you and good night. Funky bitch. What she say? That's why you shape like SpongeBob. That's why I just want to play it. That's all we need to do is just play it. Oh, you lucky I can't find it. Helpful. We was just gonna let NICCI. We was just gonna let. Hold on. I bet you I can find it. I'm about to find that shit. So Selena can just read you again.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Whack ass outfit you got on, bitch. You super whack. Now that I am at 1,000, I definitely got to get out of here. I am exiting stage left. Yes, I'm a bitch. A bitch that's better than you, that's cuter than you, and that's more pulled up than you, bitch. And you hate it. You hate it. Bitch, I ain't never worked for you, bitch. I don't work for you. Bitch, I ain't never worked for you. And never. Okay, Bobby, because you a man, bitch. All right. A man with a wig. You're a hot mess. And your lips look like a baboon's ass. I'm not angry.
I'm very, very calm, bitch.
What you've done to these women is a sin, and there's a special place in hell for a bitch like you. A special place for a bitch that causes division within other women. It is a special place for you. The truth is, you're the common denominator. Everybody knows that you're a hot mess. You're gonna look a mess with those black gums and all.
That's low. Thank you and good night.
Bring it down, Godzilla.
Bring it down. We just have her drag you again. Okay, now I'm gone. Peace.